Let's talk about programming questions now, and that is very important because if you are, going for an automation profile, whether you know a tool or not in detail, that's a different thing. You have to be good at the programming part. Right? If you are good in the programming, they can select you. If you impress the interviewer through your programming skill, and if you don't know about the automation tool, it's perfectly fine. Right? The thing is, more you are good with the programming side, it's better. Okay? So they ask string related question, not just reversing the string. They ask all the string. So they want to check whether you understand about the string classes, string related functions or not. That's the main idea behind it. Now, why string questions are good? Because that checks your analytical ability, mathematical, mathematical ability also, and it's about how you think to resolve your issues. It's like resolve your programming um, problems, right? That's why they ask string related questions. I'm not giving like answer as of now. For that, I'll share some some questions and answers to you. Finding some character count, yes, they ask like find the vowels and number of consonant into a particular string. So those are all iterations, right? Iterations means going or scanning, parsing, all these things are same. Scanning, parsing the whole string and find out something. That is like iterating it, right? Hash map, yes. So not just hash map. The thing is, why they ask about the hash map? Because it stores key and value, correct? There is a pair, key and value, especially in Java programming I'm talking about. So read about it. And whenever you are reading about these things, right, guys, do practical. If you are just reading it from some internet like web pages like 100 questions about Java programming and just reading it, it is not going to help you in real interview. You have to do practice about hash map or collections, list, stack, queue, array list, right? Read about it. In fact, about exception handling also. Okay. So not just like anagram, they can ask anything like prime number count, right? How, like whether a number is a prime number or not. Palindrome, right? Occurrence is same thing. Occurrence they can ask like how many times a word India has come in a particular file, right? Those kind of things. For that you should be good on file handling also. File handling, just a minute, right? And it's fun to do all this practice. Exception handling, they can ask you about the selenium exception also, not only this exception. So try catch you should be good with. What is the difference between throw and throws? You should know that, right? So if I'll take all this question, it will be difficult for me, but I'll share some documents. I'm going to share some documents with you. uh, Agile methodologies, yes, they ask about it. Why they ask it? Because they want to understand how you work in a team, whether you understand about how the agile development model works, rapid application, how iterative and incremental model works, right? What kind of meetings you attend, right? What kind of challenges you have when you are following sprint, right? Those things they ask. Okay, so agile methodologies are very important, right? So you should talk about sprint, you should talk about scrum ceremonies. If they ask you, you should talk about scrum ceremonies means meetings. You should talk about your team structure. You should talk about like I have a team where uh, there are eight team members, 5 developers, 2 test engineers, 1 scrum master, something like that. You have to explain it. What kind of meetings you have, daily stand up, sprint planning, backlog grooming, retrospection, right? Those backlog grooming, right? Those all meetings you should explain. It's like this, but keep it short and simple, right? But they will explain, okay, how you're working. Okay. And one thing which I want to tell you that don't underestimate SQL part. Okay. I'm writing it here. Don't underestimate SQL part for QA engineers, right? I'm telling you, this is one part where you can impress the interviewer. If you are good in that, it will be good for you, right? SQL is one such thing which, gives you a chance to tell the things in detail about your table structure, how you do the queries and all, right? And if a QA engineer know about the database, it will impress the interviewer. So not just knowing it, you have to be good on queries. So what I'm saying is you have to be good on queries part. All sort of clauses, right? All sort of joins, procedure, basic thing. Learn this. It's not difficult thing. Functions, view. Okay, learn about it. All kind of DML commands, DCL commands, and what we say, it's um, data declaration language, DDL. Okay, DCL. Okay, all sort of commands you should know, and how it works, right? Those things you should know. So SQL is very important then. Okay, if you're not preparing SQL and you're going for an interview, it's not good. Irrespective of whether in their job description they mentioned about SQL or not, interviewer can ask you database questions. Okay,